up. All right. So I have my notes pulled up, but how do you guys? Does anyone want to volunteer for? I have my notes. Do you want to recap? But how do you guys? Does anyone want to volunteer?
We won.
I don't know. That was an encouraging look on Typo's face.
I'm gonna do an eeny, meeny, miny, mo if it comes down to it.
Oh.
Please spare me. Oh, merciful DM, please spare me.
Eeny, meeny, miny,
Pick him,
mo.
pick him.
$collars, let him go. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. It's Typo.
Hey.
You got to let me know beforehand, and I'll totally do it.
It doesn't have to be perfect.
The gala.
I legit don't remember where we left off. Like when the last session started. We went to the gala, had to get in. There was a hut. That was a thing. Delta did not do much because she can't socialize.
Would you like to hit the phone a friend?
Phone a friend, yes. IG, please. What did you do during the gala?
All right.
IG silence speaks volumes. Okay. All right, I'll do it anyways. We're good. All right, I'll hit it. All right, at the successful conclusion of the race, our victors, IG 777 and Delta QV, were showered with accolades and lots of media attention. We pushed our way in, the rest of us, and started working out the business dealings. The prize money was routed in advance up to our financiers to help pay off our obligation to them, which Altor decided to just let happen, and the team trusted him to just handle that. We got our tickets to the gala. We ran around like chickens with our heads cut off to get fancy enough clothes to attend. IG got a nice buffing and oiling. We all showed up. It was a lovely time. We're fine and formal, the talk of the town. We get in there. Our newer team members get to do their own little bit of reconnaissance as they have not attended anything at the museum before. And we get to schmoozing. Multiple conversations take place with some new arrivals. One of them, the insanely wealthy husband of the woman who hired us, which was exciting. Some of the old faces are off of our list of potential bidders for the gym. One that appeared to be a mystery. I thought secret Jedi, but who knows? Who bailed after the bidding started to go up. A few minor shenanigans have taken place besides. Our boy Rin got the absolute shit slapped out of him. Deservedly.
Mm-hmm. Totally.
Altor's making eyes at the window across the street as an escape path. Delta and Arden were both downstairs with possibly secret Jedi, who knows. IG's just being IG. You can never stop him. But when we left off, we were on, I think, the third round of bidding in this sealed bid silent auction.
Yep, second round of bidding just finished. Do you guys recall, did we go over who was the top bidder?
Rin took the first. I don't think you ever revealed who took the second, did you?
I did not.
I had calculated the hut leading
so
at 40K.
All right, good. You guys' memory are better than mine. Yes, that is correct. 40K is the lead bet right now. I don't know if I covered this. Pass is emotionally distraught. He is taxed out. Does not have any additional funds. Losing out on this is just soul crushing for him because this was his chance to really impress. the love of his life.
Then he should have showed up with some actual money.
You guys could have spotted him some money if you had any.
Get good, noob.
If we had that kind of money, would we be stealing the jewel of Yavin? I think not.
You could have convinced him to take out a line of credit. There's a HUD here.
I think actually Rin was attempting to do this.
I mean, I thought I'd.
Yes, I was pushing him
Suggested
pretty
it.
hard. He was just a wuss. I was over there like, look, I'm macking on your girl. Do something. I was going to let him hit me to prove he was macho.
All right. So Pas at this point sulks his way out of the gala, just kind of fighting back the tears. And with that, our live band of Rah Rah Rasputin continues with the melody as the droid continues to make rounds for the third round of bidding. At this point, what does the group want to do before the droid kind of reaches you?
Right. Alto's been trying to look at these windows for probably 30 straight minutes. So that's what he's up to. May I roll?
Like, what are you looking for out these windows?
He wants to see first if they are secured in a similar manner to the exhibit displays. An upscale place might reasonably have either reinforced windows or sensors on them to see if they break.
Okay. Before we get to that, we need to roll our destiny pool.
That's important.
Yes, it is. So, and everyone, oh, yes, too dark. Oh, too light. Oh, this.
Perfectly balanced.
Yeah.
Dark.
2 light, 1 dark, 1 light. All right. So this, I think, is a first. Usually it's just lopsided one side or the other. The other side is we have to roll for obligation. You guys actually paid off, I think, about 20 points of obligation last time. So that is a big deal for you guys. So let's
bring us down to a trifling total of 100 obligation.
Yeah, but it's not guns, so does it really matter?
This actually, you guys, I think, is a first. You don't have any obligation that triggers tonight.
Wow.
Maybe we'll survive.
So no one has any strain. You guys actually start tonight's session with no strain. This is
Little relaxed at the party.
Yeah.
This is weird. I'd like to take a strain for paranoia.
So let me know once everyone's got their sheets ready to go.
Oh, I'm good.
All right. And so roll a... Let me pull up your sheet real quick. But Altor, I'm going to have you roll what's essentially a... Is it perception?
Sure.
Yeah, roll perception for me. I have to
What
open up my
challenge?
sheet. Since you're actually familiar with the security here because you've spec'd it out before, we'll make this a 1 purple. So it'll be
Gotcha.
an easy one for you because you kind of know what to look for. For success is 1 thread. All right. So yeah, you can actually see all of these windows do have kind of that alarm tape that runs across it. So like if the window breaks, it breaks the connection. But what you also know is on these windows outside of that alarm mechanism, there's these metal electric nodes at the corner of each window. And you recognize these as being like a force generator.
So any attempt to break the window, you'll be repelled quite quickly, I assume.
Not repelled so much as if the window breaks, like a force field will appear over the window.
He looks
Energy
up.
Field is
I
probably a
feel
better
you.
way to...
I feel you. All right, Altor being Altor. Last roll before you get back to everybody else. He's going to look for a way to subvert this, either perhaps cutting power to these in an easy way, bridging the contact points so that it thinks it's not broken, or just weak spots in the walls adjacent to the window that he could bust out through instead.
Give me a 3 purple mechanics check.
Gotcha.
And
Mhm.
because of the threat, some people
Yes.
have kind of started to look at you suspicious because like all of this betting's going on, there's music, there's dining, and you've just been staring out this window for like the last 10 minutes. And now you're just kind of scoping it out. So add a black setback dice.
I add the black dice.
Yep.
May I flip a force token to play it off real cool? And
Okay.
basically look like he's looking wistfully out the window as if something's on his mind.
Why don't you
Use
just
it to
wait for
upgrade.
IG to go start making it like a distraction to take people's attention off of you?
Because we're already in here. Once he's tagged me with a dice, I take the scene as set.
Okay, do
Well,
it then.
Those can be used to add elements to a scene as well.
Mhm.
But you can use it to upgrade from a green to a was it yellow?
He's got 2 yellow mechanics. What does it happen? Do I add a green or do I add a yellow? Just a whole new dice?
You'd add a green, I believe.
Okay. Well, let's see it. This will be fun, you guys. This will be fun. I'll get us into trouble.
Urban's a more experienced DM.
Holy shit.
Oh yeah.
I didn't know I could roll that.
What?
I am very near the theoretical limit for how poorly that can go.
That is. Oh my gosh.
I'm impressed. That's impressive.
Yeah.
6 failures and 5 advantages. Okay.
Flawless.
That's
Fatality.
I am literally, let's see. Does the green die even have a double advantage on it, or does it only have
I
a
think
single
it's just-
advantage?
I think there's a double.
Okay, I am 1 advantage and 2 failures away from maximal.
So I'm trying to think out the scene on this one.
Please do.
Please
I'd
feel
so
free
love
to
to
flip
add
something
trouble.
if you want.
The worst possible failure with a bright side to it.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's what I'm trying to
A
think.
very big bright side.
All right,
So-
yeah, may I make a suggestion?
Yeah.
I am super spotted, like so bad they want to kick me out. But I do find a weak point I can get through from the outside.
Okay.
It's because he tripped and fell through the window.
Activate the force shield.
So
Or just like planted one of his forehand, like greasy
I'm
hands
standing
on like
there
the Mona
and-
Lisa or something.
Oh god, that's even better. I
Just
bump.
wipe some
case.
squib juice on a painting.
so
You didn't even realize you're just
Here's-
leaning on the wall with your greasy squib hand.
here's how we're gonna play this out is you've been so focused on observing this window and the security mechanism to it is you take a step back to take the whole picture in, but you clumsily kind of turn and knock into one of the serving droids who stumbles back, spilling a plate of beverages all over the window. You start to notice that these shield generators on the window start to actually have little sparks as the liquid starts to make them short out.
Flawless.
But now everyone in the party is standing there staring at you over the commotion that you just caused. This droid is kind of on the ground. There's liquid everywhere. Noise has just clanged over the Ra Rasputin who's been playing.
And then through it all, you see Ren standing over there staring at you going, oh my, look at that. That's just terrible. Oh my goodness. Who let him in here?
What
Seriously.
would I roll to pretend to be very drunk?
IG is done talking to Poss and will storm over and demand that Altor apologize to this poor droid.
That's actually what he's going to be doing,
That's
funnily enough.
deception.
I will queue up a deception.
Everyone's been drinking, so we'll give it a one purple.
Yeah, but
deception.
you're trying to deceive IG, not anybody else. He's serious.
Yes, so Altor is drunkenly, like, he's spun around, he's a little unsteady on his feet, he sees the droid, and he's down helping the droid up, which is probably a little atypical of sober people at these parties. He's going, oh my apologies. Oh, I'm so sorry. Here, I fixed this right up. He brushes something off the shoulder. He wipes a little bit of beverage off of an open gasket.
With his squib-covered fingers.
Squib-covered fingers. That's good. That's more grease. Jesus, I can't roll.
Wow.
Yeah,
I'm
you
trying.
ain't fooling no one. But the sentiment is there.
Yes, the droid likes me.
Yes.
IG's not going to kill you.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm with the serving droid. The serving droid really appreciated that.
We might still have a vault to crack.
All right.
All right. So on that, IG's going to otherwise turn back to the room and see if we can go and mingle with maybe, let's see, who can we see in the area? I'd like to take a quick scan of the room, see who we can.
Can we have the map back up by chance?
Of the museum?
Yeah, I mean, I love the party people picture and everything, but
Well, that's what you see now.
That's where we are.
Yeah.
yeah.
The party isn't in.
Oh, we don't
the
have a
auction
map of
chamber
the
yet.
area we're in right now.
Right, because you're in
Okay.
like another floor. It's another kind of wing of the museum.
Is there a bathroom
Of
on
course.
this floor?
Yeah.
Hope so.
All right, I need to go to the bathroom.
You just announcing this out loud. Just
Yes.
standing around like, I gotta go.
Yeah. Like, whoo, the splatter's not going to empty itself. I'll be right back. Excuse me. Pardon me.
There's signs that line the hall, kind of pointing where the bathroom is.
I'm
Each
still
one's
gonna
in a bit of
ask-
a different language.
I'm going to ask at least 4 people on the way. Where's the toilet? Where I mean, I use do you use toilets?
So as you make your way around, one of the people that you actually walk up to is let me pull over. I think I have a picture of him. This droid that's actually standing right outside the huts. And he just looks at you, and I wish I could do a droid voice. I got to get one of the things. But he looks at you and he demands you step away.
Step away from what, man? I'm trying to use the bathroom.
There's no bathroom around here. Move on.
I was told the bathroom was here.
I ask them. I don't know.
Oh, you're a droid. You're supposed to know these things.
What? I don't have these parts. Why would I know these things?
Don't
Stupid
you work
meatbag.
here? Did you just call me a meatbag?
At this point, people are kind of starting to step away. You notice security's kind of eyeballing you guys from the entrance.
No, this is great. This is great. Here's your distraction, guys. You ready? Yeah,
If
I'm
they take
actually.
out half of us, they'll think they got all of us.
I'm actually like in the droid's face. Like, how dare you? I am a guest here and a revered hero of this city.
So with that, one of the guards actually makes his way over, is about to state something, looks at you and says, "What's your name? You don't look familiar. For a hero, what are you a hero
Neg.
of?"
Neg Takasori. Neg Takasori. Don't you know me?
No. What did you do for the city that was so great?
I saved at least 12 children from a burning orphanage.
What year was this?
Last year. It was all over the news feeds.
Well, that's kind of peculiar because the last orphanage we had shut down about 10 years ago.
Maybe up here where all you rich folks live, but let me tell you about on the lower levels where all the poor working class stiffs go. Is he listening?
He's listening, but he's confused by this. You mean the sweatshops?
How dare you, sir? They need to earn a living just like anybody else.
Yeah, yes, they do. I've just never. I'll have to look this up. Can I have your credentials?
Seriously? I am a guest here. First, I get accosted by this droid while I'm trying to only find a bathroom. That's what I asked him. Your eminence here. I tried to say, hey, buddy, 4 people said the bathroom's over here. I walked up. The guy gives me droid lip, says, oh, you can't be here. Piss off, meatbag. And I was like, who you calling meatbag? Droid butt? He's like, you're the meatbag. I was like, I'm not the meatbag. I'm a guest. He's like, I don't care if you're a guest.
Okay. I can see you're emotional. If it's as simple as that, let's go this way. I'll show you where the bathroom is. Maybe we just cut back on the drinking a little bit, and we just.
Well, that was my goal.
All right, let's follow me. And he escorts.
Where's the bathroom?
He escorts you. He escorts you to the bathroom.
Okay.
All right.
I'll let him escort me to the bathroom.
Church is in the bathroom. What's everyone else doing?
What? Can I just say, what's everybody doing while I'm doing all this?
Yeah, I was trying to find other people in the party chamber.
That's right. Before you were rudely
try
interrupted
and
by church.
Mingle
Sorry.
and maybe distract. Use our recent popularity in winning the Grand Prix, being all over the TV and the news because machine supremacy. See if people want to maybe take a selfie with a local hero.
Nearby, you do see there's Eris and her father, which you met, standing nearby with Verse. Let me pull up his name. Sorry, I have a typo on my cheat sheet.
What?
Vorse Tabrith.
The joke doesn't land for the stream because they don't see that my username is typo.
Sorry.
How dare you?
Maybe we should start doing like other streamers and like doing intros at the start where you guys can tell everyone where they can find you and stuff.
I'm only right here.
That's an easy one.
But you find Eris with her father standing next to her husband Vorse. Over by the bar, there's kind of a small group of people just kind of looking around, just scanning. They don't seem to be really bidding on anything. They're just taking in the scene and the party. And then there's, of course, the Twi'lek that Church had accosted.
Which one? Oh, Shira.
Yeah.
Got it.
Pass is gone now.
Yeah, people are going to start thinking I have a thing against Twi'leks at some point.
Right. The professor, she's bidding.
And then you've also noticed at this point in time, the droid is kind of more or less finished its rounds, and it's probably in the last couple of people getting the bids placed.
Okay. Well, we're going to approach the group at the bar. The party animals.
The party animals?
Yeah. Because they probably want to take a selfie with the Grand Prix winner.
So as you get close to the group, you actually notice that one of them is the reason you know this, his name's Maris. He's actually the sponsor of this event. And the only reason you know that is because his picture has been kind of plastered in the brochure that goes over the history of the Jewel of Yavin. So it's Maris Grayson. He's essentially the, I don't know, was the benefactor's the word? He's the person who's selling the gem. You also notice from, if you had, we'll say you read his bio with doing your kind of research. He's a member of the Imperial Navy.
Oh, cool. Shoot, I need to check my character sheet.
I have to figure out, I got to get like Serenescape or something running again, have music for you guys.
My favorite one of that sort of pull up something to fill time effects was, saw a streamer that had hooked up the "We'll be right back" screen and musical sting from the Eric Andre show.
I used to do during our BRB scene having the was it the GM hold music?
Mm.
But then it was like, as we started pulling in the popularity, didn't want to get sued and muted, and there's all the DMCA takedowns. It's like not worth it anymore.
True. Unfortunately.
All right,
Okay.
what do you got?
I'm still going to go over and say hi to this small group at the bar.
Okay. Well, hello. You
hello.
look quite familiar. Have I seen you around here before?
I have been on the TV, all over the news feeds and the hollows. You've seen my great acts of aerial acrobatics. Because machine supremacy. Never before have you seen an organic make a hygiene maneuver like that, have you?
No, that was actually quite impressive. But is your co-pilot here?
Yes, around here somewhere.
I would love to meet them. Let me tell you, never before has anyone pulled off maneuvers like that. I mean, fighting a vehicle with your bare hands.
That was pretty cool, wasn't it?
Yes, it was. And your driving was good too.
Well, thanks.
I'm picturing an IG unit saying that. Thanks.
Machine supremacy. Would you like a selfie?
Yeah, sure.
With the victor? To mark this momentous occasion.
Yeah, you know what? I would love a photo. Let's step over here. And he kind of puts his arm out for you to kind of get in.
All right, we'll kind of get in a little bit for a photo.
You have a
Do you
camera?
have someone in his entourage have a camera? I mean, it's his selfie. He's the one that gets the photo.
Oh, I thought you wanted a selfie with him.
No, I'm the star here.
Well,
People might want a selfie with me.
I thought you wanted a selfie with me. You know, I'm a bit of a celebrity myself.
Oh, well, I'm thinking maybe a collab then.
Okay. What
What
do you have in
if-
mind?
Why don't we take a picture of me with your big fancy gem that you're auctioning off, and we can sell it to the magazines?
You know what? That actually is. It's not a bad idea. Unfortunately, though, I've already turned it over to the museum. It's at this point, it's kind of in. It's no longer mine. It's been handed over to a middleman, and I get the cash. That's all I'm concerned about. I don't really have much of a need for it anymore. You see, I work for the Empire. They're kind of cracking down on these things. I'm obviously going to give the sale of the money over to the benefit of the Empire.
Oh, naturally. Imperial resources come first.
Exactly. It's
All
those
for
damn
the Empire.
rebels. So,
Damn rebels.
I mean, you might be able to turn a few bucks with the photo, though. And once the empire stretches out this way, making a bit of a name for myself. Good talks.
Talks indeed.
And
Love it.
with that, he kind of looks at his entourage, and they just kind of shrug their shoulders and kind of move on their way.
Delta's over somewhere just sipping like a drink. Somewhere there's cringe. I always try to have a mask on.
All right, Urban, what are you up to?
All right. So now, last I left off was down in the. I assume it's a different floor. I didn't know. I couldn't remember if we're in the lobby or somewhere down the elevator from the rest of the group. We were following the lady who left,
Mm-hmm.
and Delta QV went on without me. And at that point, I actually went into a different direction that I was actually looking to get away from the party myself. I'm actually looking for terminals. I need to get connected in, and I'm looking for any way to get into the system for the government banking system, whatever it is, so that I can start doing what I needed to get done before the heist later on.
So,
I've got the I've been analyzing those subroutines that I had found in the previous hacks that I'd done,
Mhm.
and I'm also I had it written down here. I did want to go to I analyzed the subroutines, and I actually want to start laying a distraction down for later on. I got to get my subroutines in to lay down the distraction I'll be using later for the heist.
So that's a lot to do.
Yeah. Okay. So
Let's-
just break it down for me. What I need to do.
Yeah, let's start by breaking down let's prioritize this. And
Okay.
do you want to get
I need to
into
find a terminal first.
Well, this is where you're going to know the terminal for the museum to access their servers is going to be a different network than accessing like a banking system. You can try and search for like an ATM or public bank terminal here. Or you could spend time looking for like a computer in an office that'll allow you access to the local network.
Okay, let's go ahead and look for the local network here so that I can start looking at how to disable security features later on.
Okay. So you're trying to be inconspicuous about this?
Yes, I figured we were in a less crowded area is how I pictured it.
Yeah. So there's a lot of security all over the place. So I'm still going to have you roll a stealth check just to try and avoid raising suspicion as you kind of go down all the different hallways, kind of acting like you're observing the different artwork that's there in this particular wing, but at the same time kind of checking the different office doors to see which one's open.
Okay. And what's the difficulty?
Since you're kind of aware and a lot of people are more focused on the gala, we'll just make this a 1 purple.
All right.
Much better.
All right.
1 success, 1 advantage.
So you actually you find this quiet hallway. You can kind of make out the music of Rah Rah Rasputin out in the distance. Everything else is kind of calm and a little mellow in this area of the museum that you've navigated down. And it just happens the first door that you try leads into a room that belongs to the chief. It's not architect. Name one of the people who labels and categorizes old, ancient memorabilia.
An archivist.
Archaeologist?
Archaeologist, yes, thank you.
Archaeologist, there you go.
It's essentially the chief archaeologist at the museum's office you've just stumbled into.
Okay, so I stumble into it, let the door close behind me, and just mutter to myself, amateurs.
So I'm going to pause at this point.
Okay.
Because that's, I'd say, it'd be a fair amount of time for everyone else's kind of shenanigans to all kind of sync up. And at this point, the droid will have finished taking auction bids from everyone in the... Oh, wait, Delta, you didn't go.
Yeah, I didn't go.
I'm sorry, I skipped you. What are you doing during this time?
Oh no, it's fine. It's fine. I'm not upset in the slightest bit. Son of a bitch. Delta would want to track down Altor, actually.
Okay.
He's very visible.
Hey, Altor, can we talk?
No, yes, Delta.
Somewhere preferably, like, not in the middle of everything.
I
I need a break from all of this adulation. Yes, you can have an autograph. He's signed something real good.
This does seem best.
Thank
Altor will follow you off someplace inconspicuous.
Okay, once off in the distance. Oh gosh. My skills. I am a people talker. I am not. Well, I'm very good at talking to people. I'm very good at threatening people.
It's specialized skill, I understand.
Chit chat, not so much. Especially when they're all about like these ridiculous things that these rich people. I'm getting off track. Point is, Altor, I had an idea. We don't exactly have a getaway vehicle in case things go wrong, do we? Or we don't have a vehicle out of here in case things go wrong, do we?
Not so much. I was looking at window. Across the street is other building. Could easily rappel from one to other if had repelling kit. But good news, window is available now. All alarm circuitry shorted out.
Okay. Well, I do have. She actually holds up her right wrist and like out of instinct, and then realizes, oh no, I sold that, or rather, selling that. Holds up her left hand. I got a new upgrade. Notice, flexes.
Yes.
Slightly bulky hand. Still got some syncing problems, but it's got a grappling feature on it.
Flawless. You may be making getaway.
Also, I can lift a table and throw it one-handed.
Hardly need the augment for this.
But,
Just need 5th drink of Ugnaught spit.
wait, what? Oh, yeah. Some of us have only 2 hands to work with, okay?
Fair
However,
point.
what I wanted to talk to you about was the whole... We don't have a vehicle to get out of here, really.
No, Cloud Car is back with Grick.
Yep. So I was thinking I could go get us one. From some friends of my sister that knows discretion is important.
This would be fine contribution to plan.
Unfortunately, I don't have the money to just... She snapped her fingers. Get a cloud card that quickly.
Cloud Card is for more substantial endeavor, like race, like dogfight. We can do smaller.
Okay, speeder. But the point still stands. We need something that would be able to move us very quickly in case we need something horrible happened here.
It's true.
And to do that, there needs to be at least some money up front.
Yes, and we do not have.
Yes. However, I get the feeling, now tell me if I'm wrong, and I might be just judging you. Either you or Ren are the sticky fingers of the group.
My fingers more usually grease. Ren, he has some skills in this department.
Mine are usually sticky because they're covered in blood.
Mm.
In that case, I guess I'll have to go talk to Ren then.
What's his plan? I have some ability, you know. He does a little, a very interesting looking finger roll with all four hands. You can tell he is pretty dexterous.
Okay. Well, there's a lot of individuals with a lot of money here, and they have that money prepared to spend. So there won't be any immediate notifications if, say, that money got spent while they're at this gala. At least it'll be enough to secure an initial payment before anybody starts asking questions. And by the time they do, well...
I mean, you could always just go chase the emo kid down and, like, help him off a bridge.
Yeah.
He's probably headed there on his own anyway.
But I was thinking the hut would be a good target.
Altor's skin is very, very thick and a little scaly. You wouldn't have expected it could pale. You would have looked at it and said, that's red in the same way that a red couch is red. It stays that color. No, he pales. Okay, firstly, you do not want me. You want Arden. The people here, they do not have credit chip in pocket. They have number for bank account with, 1 million credit line. Secondly, you do not want hut.
And why is that?
He looks at you as if this is the strangest question he's ever been asked. He looks kind of like up and to the right, the way you do when you're trying to remember something. And then he looks at you again. Are you not bounty hunter?
Well, I'm a bounty hunter, yes.
Have you noticed where precisely your contracts come from?
Well, they come from a variety of places.
Did you see contracts which say kill or capture?
Yes.
Often signed by Hut. Large payments attached.
I see.
This is how you say friendlier side of customer service department for Huts. You see, the capture is in there. Unfriendly side. It is not.
Well, I do get more money when I capture people usually, and there's a reason for that, I suppose. She kind of scratches the back of her head.
Yes. Altor is now making a sort of, there's your sign gesture. He says, friendly side of Hut enforcement is you. Unfriendly side of Hut enforcement is Ren.
Okay. I'm going to be honest with you. My mom's told me some stories about her time when working for the Huts. The capture part is not the friendly side.
It is not. I could tell you some stories of my time working for Huts. In this business, most people make one rotation or another. I no longer work for Huts.
Scratches the back of her head. I was thinking that would be a good idea just because, well, the Hut would have less resources to track us down, and honestly,
I'd have less resources. Altor laughs so suddenly that other people might actually have heard it. Hut with less resources. He wipes a tear.
I take that as a no.
Delta, if you, personal business, wish to steal credit from Hut to get getaway vehicle, I wish you good fortune in the remaining month of your life.
It's like Delta crosses her arms, narrows her eyes. I'll take the month as a compliment, given how hard you laughed.
I would last 3 days. They would find me on 17th bottle of Ugnaught Spit in attempt to beat them to the punch.
Okay, fine, I get it. But the point still stands that we should probably try to pin this on somebody with a less reputable reputation. That way, when this whole gem goes missing, the eyes of all the interested parties turn towards the unsavory crowd.
But allow me, if I may, to offer alternative strategy.
Yes?
We shall exit the premises in quite a hurry. Vehicle can be stolen instead. Parking garage adjacent to museum is enormous. Normally, for slow job, this would not be desirable. You want cleanish vehicle for escape. But in this case, perhaps we could accept.
That might work. Let's see. Does Delta have any idea of like what her sister might be able to get versus what might be just randomly available, like the challenges she'd face?
From
Because I think she has an idea. Like the problem with that is I'm not exactly a hack able to break into somebody else's car and get that ready. What I can do is I can go meet a shady dealer in a back alley to pick up a car.
Yeah, I mean, cloud cars are pretty much the standard vehicle here. Anything outside of that would kind of stand out a lot more.
Okay.
But there's going to be the occasional speeder bikes and stuff you could pick up as well.
And Altor's right that there's probably not going to be any, like, he's not going to be able to pickpocket anything off of them to, that we could use to purchase.
Pickpocket off the huts?
No, not just the hut, anybody, really.
Yeah, I mean, there's people here you could pickpocket. We have these amazing tokens you can flip. Church, you're an awfully loud typer with that train going by.
I'm sorry.
Wow.
It's I'm trying to keep up with it.
But yeah,
I'm making notes.
Delta, you could flip it. Like if there's something particular you wanted to like lift off someone, depending on what it is, you could flip a token. We can maybe set that scene. There'd be obviously roles with it, but what is it you'd be wanting to look for?
She's wanting to know if like they have any like large cred sticks or something like that, or whether Altor's right, like everyone's only got like bank account numbers right now.
In this type of environment, everyone's came with, they'd have like their data pads with their private account numbers and stuff on it.
Okay, so it'd be Arden I'd want to talk to. I guess the first thing that I'd want to do is so thinking through this, Delta's going to look to Altor like, okay, you know what? Tell you what, I'll keep the idea of the parking garage in the back of my head. I'm not exactly a carjacker, but I'm going to see what my sister can find too.
Feel free. If it comes down to a tight deadline for vehicle, I can make my way out and have a look around parking garage.
Sounds good. I prefer to have something like lined up, ready to go the second we need it, if we need it.
It would be better.
I'll have to talk to Arden. But first, she like presses her ear and as it starts like a call. She doesn't have to actually say anything to her sister. She just like kind of mutters something and then stops talking when she's out of range and just starts telepathically thinking to her sister. Hey, Delphi, I need you to try to see if you can get in touch with some of your contacts. We're going to need to get a getaway car, something discreet, and something fast. And you've got about Delta eyeballs like things. So and so amount of time to find it. Good luck. I can meet to pick it up. I find me something good and I'll see if I can wire you the money.
Okay.
GM, should I roll to see if Delphi is able to find anything?
With the amount of time that Delphi's gonna have, she's actually gonna find something for you.
Okay.
You won't know what it is yet, but there'll be a vehicle waiting for you. It'll be worthwhile.
Okay. Worry.
I had a couple vehicles in mind, which is we're gonna see how things play out the rest of the night before I pick which one.
Okay. That's the end of what I'm doing, I guess.
Okay. So as you guys finish up your conversation, the robot makes its way up to the podium. Rah, rah, Rasputin pauses. Music calms down. You hear a glass kind of chime to kind of get everyone's attention to simmer down. Robot makes it to the top and announces next round of bidding has completed. And the great and glorious Keltho the Hutt remains in the lead with 60,000 as the leading bid. With that, you hear Shreya, anyone who's actually in the room at least, kind of let out this kind of like, just what the? Of course it's a hut, and she kind of just storms off. So now both Twi'leks have left. You notice Milliker, who's the third person in this weird love triangle. He kind of just gets this like shit-eating grin on his face as he watches her kind of storm off.
Altor looks at the ceiling for a moment, contemplating that the actual plan right now might still have them stealing a lot from a hut anyways.
You guys can manipulate things. All right, but fourth round of bidding will occur shortly. However, before the next round of bidding occurs, we'd like to introduce and thank Lando Calrissian, who has stopped by for this brief moment. We'd like to give a round of applause for Lando and everything he's done for Bespin. Since he's been in charge, we've actually seen the artifacts in the museum grow. He was actually able to make arrangements to ensure that the auction occurred here, drawing in more tourism. Everything's just been going swimmingly. So a round of applause for Lando. And you guys see Lando kind of standing in the center of the room, just waving to everyone.
Altor claps.
Clang our metal droid hands together. Clang, 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 clang.
So, what this actually means for you, Arden, Lobo is with him.
Okay.
So you don't know he's here, but as you're hacking, you're gonna notice just the code like firewalls in the area are going to respond much quicker. So you're going to have a higher difficulty on any of your checks because he's here, things are processing. He has a direct link to pretty much any of the security on Bespin.
All right.
And with that, I'm going to flip one of the dark side tokens.
All right. That. So as I'm into the office now, I go back to the terminal. I actually like hide down behind the desk. So I shove the chair aside. I'm like actually huddled down behind the desk. I'm at the terminal, and about this time is actually when I hear the clapping and the cheering, and I kind of look up, wondering what that is, and brush aside, and I start digging into my terminal, and I am looking for the weak spots. I'm hoping to find points where I can get advantages later on when I do the actual hacking and down of the systems.
So are you looking for like security blueprints and things of that nature?
I think, yeah, let's look at first. I mean, because we have an idea where the cameras were located at. I'm looking for security systems such as the pressure plates, the security field around the gym, those kind of things. So if the blueprints would have that, yeah, I'm just scouring any kind of archives I can find. Now? I guess I would know. Am I aware that the firewalls are up? Am I seeing that right away? I mean, how much stronger they are?
Roll computers check for me. This will be a 2 purple computers check.
Okay. And I do have a blue left over from the last session where I got an advantage, but I never had that.
Go ahead and use it if you want. No pressure.
Yeah. It said the next one, so.
All right. So 3 successes, 1 advantage. So you get into the system real easily. You're able to subvert any of the firewalls on the network. And what you're actually able to pull up is a map it's essentially a blueprint of the museum, and it actually shows where all the different security measures are. All of the windows do have those force fields. Every single room has at least 2 cameras in the corner that rotate in alternating patterns. So as one is sweeping to the right, the other is sweeping to the left.
Okay.
There's a number of exhibits that actually have microtransponders on them. And that actually shows up on the map as essentially a GPS signal. So you can actually, if one of these transponders is moved, you would see that exhibit move throughout the museum.
Okay, so the exhibit itself has the transponder on it.
Yes.
Okay, all right, okay.
And based on the map and what you're aware of, it looks like the jewel itself, that exhibit of the jewel has one of these microtransponders.
That's what I figured. Okay.
And then a lot of the painting and artwork have a similar force field on them as well.
Okay. Okay. So with that, I'm going to go ahead, and my first thought is the microtransponder is a problem. So I'm looking for a way to disable that system. I don't want to disable it yet, but I'm digging in to see if there's a way to disable that, whether it's before or after the jewel is taken.
Okay. Well, since you have the advantage, what we can say is when time comes and you need to try and circumvent or locate the transponder on the exhibit, you'll get a boost dice for that.
Okay. Sounds good on that. Okay. And then I guess the other thing is I look for, we know, okay, so if I'm not mistaken, from what their previous reconnaissance had told me, is that the cameras are located, or the camera station is located at the front kiosk desk there.
Yep.
So that's where we need to be able to disable that. So
That's where the recordings. So all the
Oh,
cameras
recordings, okay.
record to that desk up
Okay.
there.
So I need to either disable the cameras or eliminate the recordings.
Yes.
Okay. All right.
One of the things that you notice on the map as well is there's a couple of places that don't actually have any cameras.
Okay.
So let me go ahead and pull up the museum real quick. Where's that at? I need to organize my folders in OBS better. Museum app. All right. So if you're on watching the stream, which I don't know why you wouldn't be, you notice in room 11, there's no cameras in the room 11, which appears to be kind of a back storage room.
All right.
There's no cameras in the bathroom. And there appears to be no security on the garbage chute located within the bathroom. Pretty much
No security cameras, or just no. You said no security.
there appears to be no like locks, because
No
INS
security
you
system,
you throw garbage down it. So there's no locks or alarms or anything that you can see.
Okay. All right.
Anything
All
else
right.
you're looking for?
I will continue. Go ahead and continue on with the rest. Somebody else, and I will continue to monitor what I'm looking for here.
All right. Church, what are you doing in the bathroom during this time? You're not at the museum bathroom. You're in a different. You have a thing with museum bathrooms, I'm coming to discover.
Oh yeah. I'm all about the bathrooms.
But this area of the bathroom, it's not like the other bathroom, where the other bathroom was more public and very like sterile. This is more of a business bathroom. So it's got finer, rather than like paper towels to dry your hands, it might actually have like some cloth material.
Towels.
Ooh, yes.
Is there a bathroom attendant?
Does it have the bathroom attendant?
This
No,
one,
wash his hands and
this one, no.
give
but
him a mint.
it may have those, like, I don't know if you guys ever used them, though. It's like the really old cloth ones where you pull down and it like but it's like black light sterilizes the cloth.
All right. So I come in here. Were there two bathrooms in the hall?
There's only one.
So it's like a unisex toilet.
Yeah, and there's a few of them here, but they're all shared unisex.
Is it busy?
This hall?
This bathroom?
No, I mean it's a one person bathroom.
Oh, okay. Okay. I'm gonna kind of pull the door open and look into the hallway. Is there people in the hallway?
There's security at the end of the hall by the elevator. And then some of the different private exhibit type areas around here also have security standing outside of there, because, people with sticky fingers.
So this is just a single hallway with a few bathrooms and a dead end.
Different offices. You might find up here different like sorting facilities or storage rooms where the archaeologist might actually file their different findings before it goes and gets put on exhibit.
I want to go in that room.
Which room?
The archive that you just mentioned.
Okay. You gonna try and do this stealthily?
Well, yeah.
All right. Roll me a stealth. It'll be a 1 purple.
Stealth check.
3 success, 1 threat. So as you make your way down the hall, you do find actually one of the doors that actually has archives written on the door. You manage to open the door. It's unlocked. But as you open the door, it lets out this loud and
Said the door creaks.
yeah, you duck into the room, but it's kind of you're assuming it's probably drawn someone's attention.
Okay. What kind of door was it? Like just a hinged standard wooden door
Yep.
type?
Yep.
Okay. So I guess first things first, I'm gonna look around the room.
There's
Like
going to
just-
be a lot of like actual metal. So there's going to be metal document filing cabinets, but then there's also going to be a lot of. There are going to be metal drawers that when you pull out, there's going to be individual drawers that have artwork in them. There's going to be other areas of this room. It is a large storage room. So there's going to be just kind of different segmented exhibits. None of them seem to be alarmed from what you can tell.
Does anything look remotely valuable?
Yeah, all of it.
Oh.
As far
Okay.
as you can tell, at least.
Okay. Is there a desk and chair in here by chance?
Oh, there is.
I want to wedge the chair under the door handle to start with. Brace
Okay.
the door shut. Ooh, new follower.
Nice.
Jumbo Jet 62. Then I want to grab some handfuls of stuff and start pocketing things, stuffing things down my trousers.
Oh, okay. So you're gonna find this is actually gonna be kind of fun. I'm gonna make a note of this because you don't know what you're pocketing right
I
now,
have no idea.
and I don't know what you're pocketing right now. But I'm gonna come up with some shit later on.
All right.
I just got to make a note to come up with artifacts. So most of the stuff you're pocketing is going to be smaller in nature. You're not going to be like pulling out the giant pictures of like the Twi'lek Mona Lisa and trying
Yeah.
to like sneak that off. You're going to find just some different types of pottery, broken pottery, maybe a couple of smaller like daggers that might be broken.
I like daggers.
So yeah, we'll come up with a few things. Roll.
And gemstones. I like shinies.
Okay. We can. Well, it's gonna be a small metal box that you find.
Okay.
Make a note of that so I can figure out what that box is. It's got kind of inlaid red gems around it.
So, is there any vents in here?
There are. There's
Any-
heating and cooling.
Any intake vents?
How would you know the difference between an intake vent and a non-intake vent?
One sucks and one blows.
How could you tell?
Put my hand in front of it.
It's on the ceiling. It's too high.
Stand on the desk.
Okay, so you pull this desk over and you hear as you pull this metal desk across the floor.
Well, okay. Is it an intake vent?
You get up onto it. It's not an intake. It's blowing out air. At this point, you actually start to hear steps coming down the hall.
Okay.
And with that, we're going to move on to the next person.
Okay. I just robbed the place again.
For no reason.
Question,
next?
G.
Yeah.
IG, do you mind if I go next?
I mean, I was just gonna go try and sell another selfie, but
Okay. Question about the so to have somebody hack the one of their bank accounts, what would that require right now?
Arden.
Okay.
I mean, no, it wouldn't require Arden. You could kind of stumble your way across it. To hack someone's kind of data pad to access their banking information, you'd first have to picket their data pad. That you can tell, or it would assume, would be relatively hard just because of how populated this area is right now. But after you get the data pad, you're going to have to spend time to actually break into the data pad, overcoming passwords, biometrics, things of that nature. That's going to take some time. You don't really know how well. You haven't really gotten to know Arden. You assume Arden's pretty good at what Arden does, but you haven't actually seen him in action more than maybe once. And then once you have the account information, it's kind of what are you going to do with it?
Okay. Well, I still need to pay. It's like get the vehicle. I'd have to pay, right?
Right. So you have but you get their account number, and then what was your thing? You'd go to like an ATM type thing and use the account.
Oh yeah, it would be wiring the money essentially.
Okay. Yeah, that part wouldn't be so hard.
So
most people use the same passwords for everything.
Delta would need either Altor or Ren. So she's going to go see if she can try to find Ren.
Just walking down the hallway. Ren!
She's going to go look for Ren.
We did synchronize our comms.
This is true.
Yeah. Hey,
We
Ren?
paid for those.
Did everyone buy a comm, though? I thought there was only a couple people.
Everybody had one. At least
Everybody
I bought one.
shooting someone.
Altor already had one. Delta had 2 and gave 1 to Ren.
Okay.
Arden, I assume, has a comm unit.
All right.
So that's everyone.
So yeah, you can call to Ren on comms.
Hey, Ren, where are you?
Oh, Jesus. What? Oh, this thing. Hang on. What's
Yes, the comm I gave you.
this? What the?
Footsteps grow louder.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Where are you?
How's this? What?
Where are you?
Oh, I'm in the archives.
Okay. I need your help with something.
Oh,
Do you think you can get out and come to the main area at some point?
So here's the deal.
Uh-huh.
Do you see the hallway where the bathrooms are?
Yes.
Are there guards going down the hallway?
Delta, it checks this. She glances around, looks over. Is there?
Yeah.
Yes.
If you could somehow redirect them away from here.
Okay.
Use your star power.
Will do. Delta goes up to kind of saunters over and just she looks at she kind of glances down the way at the guards and just kind of goes, I'll do me. And she takes her fist and slams it against the wall, enough to reverberate the building a little bit. Just
roll a brawn check for me. Against a stone wall, we'll call it 3 purple.
1 success, 3 advantage.
All right.
Dang.
That's so.
Altor examined that wall for a full hour and said, "Well, I'm not getting through that."
So you proceed.
0 success, 3 advantages. I'm sorry.
Oh.
Wait, what happened?
I roll a black die.
What are you rolling a black die for?
Reason.
Okay. All right. So you. Okay. No, that's fine. So you fail. Yeah, because that failure wipes out the success, but you have 3 advantages. You don't manage to crack the wall, but you punching the wall, you punch it, you kind of let out this kind of whimper. You don't hurt yourself, but it didn't kind of work out the way you pictured. And with the whimper, you manage to get kind of a guard to stop his approach towards the archive and look back at you.
I'm sorry. I just got really bad news. Hi. Did I distract? You're right. Are you good? He's like, she's talking to the guard.
The guard's just kind of staring at you.
Okay.
Can I help
you? Okay. So listen, I've got a question. And I need somebody to like talk to, just to sort out my thoughts. Okay.
I mean, so, I'm not a psychologist.
I really just need a soundboard. And
I have a job to do. Would you
she like
mind not damaging the museum property?
She like reaches out, places an arm on his shoulder, like the robotic ones. I need someone to listen for a second.
Roll a charm check for me.
Can I roll coercion?
But is it?
No, because you're really trying to charm him.
Am I? I'm kind of threatening this man.
I don't know. It sounded pretty intimidating to me.
All right, then I'll.
Yeah, I'm actively grabbing his shoulder, like, stay here and listen.
Okay, it's kind of squeezing the shoulder as you do it. Go ahead. Yeah, go ahead. Roll coercion.
Okay. And how many purple?
2.
Okay. Let's see. 0 successes, but 4 advantages.
So the guard's gonna look at you, look at your hand on the shoulder, and say, "I'm gonna advise you to remove your hand." But if you do so, he may be willing to listen to you as he escorts you off the premises.
Off the premises.
Okay. Now,
and then he stops and looks at you and he goes, "Wait, you look familiar."
Oh, yeah, I was the one who helped win the race. Jumped out of a ship and everything. Punched somebody.
Oh my God. He just went from being like really combative to being starstruck with you.
And with that, I'm slipping out the door.
So with this, he'll actually spend time listening to you, but he's going to have a million questions for you about like what was going through your mind when you jumped. Like, are you crazy? Have you seen someone? Have you talked to anyone? Like, it's just, he's going to have a million like fanboy questions as you kind of need a sounding board.
As that's happening, you look over his shoulder and all you see is this.
Jeez. Sorry for the delayed reaction. I was watching the streams when I saw that.
Doom, doom, doom.
Which way did he go, George? Which way did he go?
Delta will answer the questions. She will actually, like, it starts off like her bitching about her sisters and quickly deviates to talking about like the grappling hook she used, the technique and everything, and all that was going through her head.
Oh yeah, that sounds that's really interesting. How fast was that car going when you jumped? Like, that's the type of stuff he's gonna combat with.
Yeah, Delta does her best to answer, actually, probably embellishing in a few spots.
Okay.
So
We were going at least speed 6.
You're not
as he's doing this, like I snuck across the hall back into the bathroom,
there. Okay.
and I I cut the towel off, the rotating towel,
Okay.
and stuff it in one of the toilets,
Okay.
and then overload the thing and just start letting it overflow.
Okay.
And once I see that it's flowing really well, I'm gonna bump the door open and be, woo! Oh my God! Don't go in there for a while. I think I broke something.
So I'm gonna get a little technical here. Unless you're sitting there and continuously flushing the toilet, it's not gonna overflow like a tub.
If it's stopped up,
If it's stopped up, it's not like, because you have to sit there and keep hitting the handle for water to keep coming in. You'd
I
have
will.
Tape the
This is a
down, I guess.
space toilet, good sir.
roll a mechanics check. Roll
to
a
break the
mechanics.
toilet.
Yes.
That's awesome.
This will be an easy one.
You can
roll
tell the
purple.
lack of a structured
One purple.
working environment is getting to some members of the crew.
Your 2 advantages.
So you fail. You fail to break the toilet. But in the process of trying to break the toilet, you look at the sink and you're like, that pipe looks weak. And you can attempt to break the sink with a boost dice.
Just a boost dice?
Yeah.
What am I going to use? Melee?
It'll no. If you want, you can.
I just want to walk up to it and just like look at it and be like, well, I ain't got all day, and just like freaking like karate kick the shit out of it.
Go ahead and you can roll brawn with a boost dice.
Oh, I thought it was melee. I got excited.
You can do, if you're going to use a weapon, you can do melee.
Nah,
But if you're
why
just
not? I
hitting
got
with
the
boost-
knives.
I do have a knife. I have them sewn into patches on my suit.
Go ahead, roll melee then.
Yay, boost dice. That's blue, right?
Yep, and it'll be 1 purple.
1 purple.
Watch it
That's a
fails.
lot of dice. 2 successes, 3 advantages.
So you go and you take your knife and you actually use it to just like start prying at one of the bars underneath the sink, and you find a spot where you just pry just right, and the entire tube falls off, and water just starts spraying into the bathroom.
Whoop, whoop.
So while you're with the advantage, while the bathroom's overflowing, you realize I should probably unplug the toilet so it doesn't look like sabotage.
That's fair. That's fair.
That's where your
I tell you
advantages
what,
are going to come in.
Yeah, I'll pull that out and like throw it on the floor where the water's pouring out, so it looks like I tried to stop it in a desperate act.
Okay. So at this point, you're soaked in water because it's spraying. It sprayed all over you as the water pipe broke.
So yeah, I'll kick the door open and be like, "Oh my God! First I get accosted by some rude droid, and now the pipes are bursting. Whatever is the matter with this cheap, disgusting little hole in the wall?"
Water starts to actually just seep and leak into the hallway out of the bathroom because it's just spraying out. You see one of the guards, just a look of utter shock, comes running down the hallway, peeks into the bathroom. My God, what happened? He gets onto the radio and says, "We need maintenance on floor 5. Maintenance on floor 5."
I tried to stop it, I swear.
What? I don't have. Are you okay?
I'm wet all over.
I can tell. I'm hesitant to ask this. Do you need to use one of our other bathrooms to clean up?
I just want to go get a drink.
Normally there's a dress code for establishments, but we're, it's halfway through. Everyone's drinking anyways. Go ahead.
Thank you. I'll start walking that way, and as I pass Delta and be like, aren't you the one that run that race?
Yeah, I think you have something to tend to. She turns to the guy. Yes, I'm the one who won the race, and she walks with Ren for a little. She talks, waits for the moment. Like there's no cameras around, no people around. Okay, I need you to steal something.
I'm
Ren
gonna
Takamori, everybody, agent of chaos, heavily obligated.
As she says that, I'm just gonna kind of pull open my jacket and be like, "You mean again?"
So we're gonna move on to the next. Who wants to go next?
I think that's me. I think I'm. Or is it? Or do you want to go? Aldor?
IG, you spoke. Let's go.
Okay.
I was agreeing. I was nominating IG.
Okay. IG
definitely.
will. Let's see here. Who can we go to find? Let's go talk to Lando.
Okay.
One celebrity to another. Let's go see what Lando's about.
Got to put your best Billy D on now.
I'm going to know. Like I should have prepared more and watched Billy D.
Like you knew that we were gonna do this.
No, that I flipped a token dice to introduce him.
Oh well, then I could go talk to Millmaker, I
Improv,
guess.
No, if you want to talk to Lando, me doing a Lando impression, a Billy D impression, it's gonna be horrible and might be considered racist.
Well, we don't want to get canceled or banned from Twitch,
No,
so
we don't. Billy D is an icon. I mean,
Wait, it's perfectly fine. It's perfectly fine. I'm just gonna go over there and just get not a knife. Don't worry. I'll just be carefully watching, judging. I mean, watching. Yeah.
all right. So you make your way over to Lando. He's shaking babies, kissing hands.
Shaking babies, kissing hands. Nice.
we'll wait our turn.
You make your way up. He looks at you and goes, "Well, you are a face that I can't forget. You've been all over the Hollows."
Indeed, I have. Rightly so. Machine supremacy. Have you heard the good word?
Well, I've heard of the droid civil rights. Is that of which you speak?
Well, of course. Droid civil rights is but step one to machine supremacy.
Well, why droid supremacy? Lobot here is he's half man, half. Well, what are you, Lobot? Lobot kind of just rolls his eyes at him, and he turns back to you and says, "Well, what are you interested in droid supremacy for?"
To prove that organics were not the pinnacle or the apex.
Aren't those the same thing?
They are. And you are not. Because I am.
Well, I don't know. I mean, I could think that you could be supreme at one thing, but not all things. Sabak, for example, I view myself as quite a supreme Sabak player.
As do I. I challenge you to game.
Well, I have some other things to do right now, but I'll tell you what. You swing by, and he kind of gives you his card. Says, make an arrangement. There's a few private games around here. If you got the pocket for it and you just won the race, I imagine you got some money. I'd be willing to put down and see who's actually the most supreme Sabak player.
You think you can compete with a thinking machine?
Wouldn't be the first time.
We shall see. I
Well,
look forward to it.
yes, and it's a pleasure meeting you. Good luck in your supremacy endeavors. I must meet with others, and I hope to see you around in future races.
Yes, indeed.
And him and Lobot move on.
Sweet.
All right.
Now, IG's going to be tempted to stick around and cash in on that invitation. However, there are some downsides to that plan.
But nobody has to know I was involved.
You're part of the crew.
We'll figure it out.
We can come back when the heat dies down.
Yes, of course.
They call it the crime of the century for a reason. The heat will die down next century sometime.
It's fine. I'm a droid. I'll be alive.
It's Lando Calrissian. He'll probably appreciate what we've done.
So what is it you're gonna try and do, Altor?
Oh, what am I up to? I thought we were going Ard next.
I went first.
Yeah.
That's why I got confused. All right, so Altor, having surveyed the windows, done a lot of damage, and chatted with Delta, he's still angling. The group is a little scattershot right now. Somebody's still actually going to need to physically lift the jewel. And Altor has nominated himself. Circling back downstairs right now would probably be a little tricky. We're however many floors above the ground floor where the jewel is being kept.
Depends on how much damage I did to that bathroom, whether or not they're going to have to evacuate us.
I mean, there's like each from you making your way here, because while the museum's closed for private event, security is through the roof right now. So not only is there the normal museum security, there's private security, there's the Bespin Wing Guard is here guarding each floor. Then you have Lobot who's here. So I mean, if you try to plan to steal it right now, it's going to be very difficult. I encourage it. I'm just letting you know. It's not going to be. It's going to be much harder than if you were to plan it for another time.
Yes. This being the case, and Altor's previous survey of the grounds having turned up no substantial vulnerabilities, he's going to track down IG for a quick conversation. Just a real fast one. He's got to check in on something. IG, where are you at?
You see him over there.
We're pretty
in the
easy to
middle.
find.
Yeah.
We're mingling.
Altor sidles up to you. He says, IG, I have a question.
Yeah. What's up?
Important question for you recall, friend, we made here last visit. Small robotic friend.
Ah, yes.
When does
IG Roomba.
When does he go on stage?
Probably soon. Out of character specifically, we just said in the middle of the event he was going to go off schedule and create a distraction.
Yes. We have a lot of distractions going right now and very little activity covered by them.
Well, people are very observant.
There.
Apparently, they're not taking notice of the distractions.
Well,
We're not being distracting enough.
it would be really poor security if every time someone went boo, all of the security for the entire establishment swarmed around that one incident.
If you need that kind of distraction.
Yeah, we can do that.
Yeah, I can make that happen.
We got nothing to hide under right now. We need to cover for Arden long enough to get the money, and we need to grab the jewel once it's in transit.
And
But the auction needs to complete before
I'm
any of
just
that.
I'm gonna play your conscience right now to let you know you haven't had enough time to establish the getaway vehicle.
Nope.
You haven't let the bidding finish, so you'd lose out on whatever the highest bid would end up being.
The auction hasn't even closed out yet, so we lose out on all of that money too. So it doesn't
Right.
even matter that bidding hasn't closed.
Right. So you'd lose out on all that money, and then you'd also be trying to set up a distraction to steal the gem when security is at its highest.
Indeed. And Altor, aware of some of this and not aware of others of it, still probably is coming down with needing to secure the money aspect while we're here, while the bidding is going, and at least figure out where the jewel is going.
Okay. I have an idea.
Brendan is so glad that you guys plan.
Can we lift somebody's tablet and pass it to Arden for quick hacks into banking information and then pickpocket it back to the person in between their bid one round and their bid the following round? Like get them to place their bid in round, and before it's their turn to bid in round 4, we slip it back into their pocket so they never even know it was gone.
We must judge very carefully when final round is approaching. In fact, this is what I will do. I will observe bidding
that'd be
droids.
good. Final round, we do that. We put in a false bid from somebody else's account, just like 100 million, that shit. And then we steal it.
We will fall at authentication stage. If
I
we
don't know
bid
if
for, say, Milmicker and say, 200 billion credits, and they come to him and they say, sir, please authorize payment, he will say, you are insane.
Well, plus, if you can get into their account that far, just take that money as well. And
No, we must steal from actual winner who actually authorizes a transfer. But
we're
we
going to come
must
out of
judge
this
carefully.
come out of this way ahead of the jewel shit.
Good talk, IG. I will go observe. I will come back and find you and Arden when I feel final round approaches.
Okay. We're just gonna keep mingling with the crowd. We want to talk to Milmicker next.
Okay.
I think.
Okay. So what Altor will do from now is you just determine what roles are appropriate. He's going to be carefully observing the bidding droid from afar, determining how many people are still in contention, and trying to judge when it's approaching the climax.
Okay. All right, we're gonna take a break at this point.
Good time.
Okay.
Let everyone do their bio, and then we'll be back. 5 minutes sound good for everyone?
Should
Okay.
be.
All right, we'll be back shortly. And we're back. All right. So
Hello.
Hello.
With the last round where we're gonna resume is the current round of bidding wraps up.
Mm-hmm.
So as Altor finished talking with IG, the bidding bot took to the top of the stairs. Again, Rasputin stops playing. And it announces, we have finished the current round of bidding. And we have finished with a total tabulation of 80,000 credits to the winner, Keltho the Hut. We will have a few more rounds, so if you plan on actually outbidding Keltho, now would be the time.
Altor is cursing quietly in his native language.
Are you threatening me?
So I think during this time, Delta's going to turn towards Ren. Okay, Ren. So here's the deal. I need you to nab a data pad. Again, she checks the security cameras, positions, and everything. I need you. You're going to need to nab a data pad.
All right. What's a data pad look like?
You know what a data pad looks like. I will throw you out the window myself. If
I'm messing with you. Okay. Show me whose data pad.
Okay, first off, do you got like really good sticky fingers, real good at picking pockets? Is that your specialty?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
Sure, you say.
Have I ever failed you?
Okay, I'm going to give you two options here. One, I can try to make some sort of distraction, and then you can start to swipe it. Two,
Swipe or no swiping? Sorry.
I have a grenade and a proximity charge on it. I can put it in a bathroom. You take the person to the bathroom. It goes off.
And this is how the party was arrested for murder.
This sounds remarkably loud and messy.
It's
a grenade.
And you're arguing with us?
This is called a knockout grenade. It makes them go sleepy time for a very, very long time.
But if he falls asleep, he's gonna wake up and then be like, "That dude hit me with a bomb."
Not if you manage to convince somebody to go into the bath. Like if you can get somebody to go into the bathroom or something, they'll think of like, "Hey, well, I walked in here, that thing went off, and by the time they know that that thing went off, we'll be gone."
I could just.
Do you want to do? If you kill somebody, you're going to have to hide the body very well.
Well, I mean,
if the person's knocked unconscious,
they have the most amazing toilets here. I bet I could cut them up and stuff them down the toilet before anyone would notice.
Sounds so fast.
No, seriously, I just tried to.
This escalated quickly.
I just tried to stop one up, and I couldn't do it.
I wished I was religious so I had someone to ask for strength, but I'm just going to have to do it myself.
No, look, I've got you. All right, so what if I found a back room?
if you can find a back room, that's fine.
Garbage chutes.
But tell you what, I'm going to give you the knockout grenade. Now here's the thing: if they're drunk, we should go after a drunk person because drunk people have terrible memories.
Okay.
So we go after a drunk person, and let's say they get a knock on the back of their head, or the grenade goes off, and they goes night-night. Drunk people pass out all the time. They're
Take-
not going
sh-
to be too thoughtful of it. And by the
show,
way,
show me the grenade. Show me the grenade.
You don't need a grenade to knock out a
hold on,
drunk
hold on,
person
hold
if
on,
that's
hold
your
on.
goal.
I'm flipping a token here.
I checked the surroundings. I have a high vigilance.
Ren, your comms were live the entire time, so the rest of the party hears this entire conversation.
No, that's entirely accurate.
Oh, you should have flipped the light side for that.
I know, right?
Altor buzzes the comms back.
Ah,
Delta,
Yes.
I have overheard plan with Ren.
As did I.
I wish to volunteer my services in lifting objects from persons. I do have bad news, though.
Yeah.
Hut is winning a bidding war, and I look around room. I am fairly certain people are afraid to outbid Hut. Rightly so.
Okay.
We now live in my nightmares, and all is lost. But job is job, you know?
Okay. So here, how about this? Ren,
yeah.
you're good at pissing people off.
What?
Real good at it. Like she just has like one hand on your shoulder, and she looks like she's like the other hand is slowly moving. Like,
My mom always told me I was a lovable scamp.
you're going to be a lovable smear on the wall if you. You're really good at you're really good at egging people on. You know who else is probably really easily egged on?
Who?
I was watching people. Good eyes. That one person who was interested in the Twi'lek. I bet you can get right under his skin. I bet you can get him to outbid a Hut.
The other Twi'lek? Where is
Yes.
he?
You notice him over at the bar after this last round of bidding, starting to order shots.
Oh, that one?
Yes, that one. Convince him. You can do it. I believe in you.
All right.
I think we
Yeah, I'll be
bring
right back.
2 celebrities over to help butter him up.
And Delta just like leans, like pulls away from the conversation. And Ren? She says,
Mhm.
turn your fucking comm off.
How do you do that?
Outdoor. I'm afraid she's been a casualty. Ren couldn't make it.
You know what? Rent's gonna take his comm out and just gonna drop it in a pitcher on the way back.
Awesome.
If he doesn't die, I'll kill him.
So, what's the rest of the group doing at this point?
Altor is eyeing the hut, getting the lay of the land. Is he doing the bidding himself, or is one of his attendants?
Of who's doing the bidding?
Keltho the hut.
Fine. You see the droid go over to his entourage. He's entering the code,
Okay.
but he does have what appears to be the droid bodyguard and another assistant kind of waiting on him.
Altor's just gonna be alone with his feelings for a minute on this one, but he does keep an eye on the droid to see how many parties are left in the bidding war.
Are you going to continue looking out the window as you're alone with your feelings?
No, the window is no more.
All right, you've moved on.
I've moved on from the window. It's all about the droid now.
Okay.
I just want to say, Altor, Delta was okay with stealing from somebody else. she gave up on that idea. And she will tell you, by the way, Altor, if you need a distraction, I'll be willing to help. And thank you.
I may need drink rather
Okay.
than distraction.
I'll be happy to. I'll get it.
All right. What's
All right,
yeah,
I'll go.
say what
Okay.
who's going next?
So I'm still accessing the system. I'm looking into the deactivation procedures for the pressure plates and the security field around the jewel. I'm also creating a loop of the cameras that are on the jewel. So
Okay.
I'm recording a loop on that. So any of the difficulties on that I'd be required.
Okay. It'll increase any like stealth chances and stuff. So you're
I'm
kind
sorry?
of so you'll get like increases to stealth chances and overrides and
Yeah,
stuff,
yeah.
right?
Yep.
Okay. Go ahead and give me another computers check.
Okay. And difficulty?
Since you're already in there, since Lobot is still here, we're gonna go with the 2 purple.
Oh God. Okay.
So you aren't able to. You're able to get in. So let's actually pick one of the 2. Do you want to do pressure plates or do you want to do the create the loop back for this roll?
I want the loop back.
Okay. So for the loop back, you're unable to create the loop back.
Okay.
But you've actually stumbled upon a subroutine
Okay.
that will give you a boost dice on any roll for. So essentially, you can get 2 boost dice when doing any kind of tampering or decommissioning of like the pressure plates.
Okay. 2 boost dice for the pressure plates. Okay. All right. And then the security field that's around the jewel. Do I wait on that one, or was that in part of this?
That would have been part of the original when you were doing the trackers. That's all kind of part of the
Oh, okay.
whole exhibit security platform
Okay.
that you already got into.
Okay. All right. So then that's when I start packing up my equipment here because I've already been out long enough. I'll pack up my equipment, and as I get out from under where I was at, bump my head real quick, and I shove the chair aside, and I go over comms. I go to my favorite Ren, and I say, "Okay, Ren, I'm moving out. I've got the data that I need here, and I'm on my way back up."
Did you say that into your communicator?
Yeah,
I
I know.
So, Arden, as you take the elevator back up to the main
Yeah.
floor, the elevator door opens up, and you just see this like small group of security and maintenance bots kind of just mopping up water in the hallway.
Okay. All right. As I walk around, carefully looking at them, wondering what is going on
You
here.
just see water continue to flood out of the bathroom as you make your way back towards the exhibit.
Deep inside, he knows what happened, but he just continues on as if nothing did. All right. Yeah, so I'm headed back into the rest of the crowd here. So
Okay. IG, what do you got going on?
Who have we not talked to in the immediate party area yet? I think we haven't talked to Millmaker yet, but Ren's on his way over there, so I don't know if is Zekra Fall still around?
You haven't met her yet, so you don't know.
Oh, okay.
You just you know the name Zekra Fall.
We know the
from
name
from the
briefing.
Yep.
There's not a picture in the briefing.
Nope.
Lame.
But
Okay,
you
let's just
will-
go find some random person and
Since you
talk to them
asked
then.
that, I am going to point out that you just realized just about everyone else had a picture in their briefing. Zekra didn't.
That's interesting.
and I wouldn't know if I mixed up their photos or not last time we were here.
Right?
Crumbs.
It backfires.
Okay, well, let's find somebody to talk to. Perception,
talked to the hut yet?
please. I have not, but he's very well protected.
What do you
Let's
plan
try
on
to
doing?
I want
Murder.
to. Oh,
No.
what if I don't do it?
You open fire on the hut, Altor might be going out the window.
Yes.
So
if I
might a lot of
convince-
people, honestly.
What if I convince the hut's droids to do it?
Oh my god.
That would be very impressive. I don't think your persuasion is that high.
It might be. Oh, that uses my presence.
You've never hunted a hut before, but you've
No, I
heard
haven't.
they are extremely difficult to kill.
Okay. All right.
You remember how my soak was a typo?
Yeah.
Theirs isn't.
Oh. Oh.
My soak there says
Oh.
8. That's a lie. Theirs says it,
Although-
and it's true.
You can choke them to death with a chain. I've seen it.
8's a little low.
That doesn't happen for another like 7 years.
Just saying it can happen.
So can't be that high.
All right. Well, fine. I'm gonna perceive the room
All right.
to see who's in the area that I could maybe go and try to talk to.
Roll perception.
Okay. Oh, how many purple?
For what you're trying to do, we'll just go 1.
Kick ass.
1 success, 1 threat, and 1 triumph. All right.
I see everyone.
Yes. I can taste everyone. Which is impressive since you don't have taste buds.
Indeed.
So, from you taking in the room, we'll just say for the sake of canon, you're able to pick up everyone's like perspiration and mannerisms and kind of isolate those who are left in the bidding and who is out of the bidding.
Oh, cool. Like heart rate monitor kind of thing. Like
Yeah,
statistical
without saying
analysis.
people's- yeah, you're gonna like analyze like how they're standing, their posture, if they're sweating, how much they're drinking, if they're paying attention, all this different stuff. You're gonna be able to tell Milliker, who's still here, he's actually drinking out of frustration. He's actually out of the bidding. Vorse, Tabrith, is like you can overhear him kind of debating with Eris on how much he is spending on bids. There's going to be a woman standing in kind of plain gray clothes, kind of discreet, away from everyone else, doesn't have an entourage or anyone that she's interacting with. She's particularly focused on the people who are bidding, and you notice she's currently entering a bid into the bot. And then Caltho is kind of just sitting back, kind of confident that he's got this in the bag.
All right. We're going to try to distract Caltho for the round to prevent him from getting his bid entered.
Brave man.
Okay, how are you going to pull this off?
We're going to walk over and we're going to
You
probably
slap
get
his
stopped by
droid.
his droids. No, we're gonna like speak droid, so it's gonna sound kind of like a 56K modem spinning up, And we're just gonna like talk directly to his droids and his cybernetically enhanced bodyguard.
You've got mail, motherfucker.
Beep boop. You know. And we're gonna see if we can figure out why a mechanically superior being would serve
So you make
such a slug.
You make your way over to the droid and you do the whole whatever, and it just looks at you and says, "I don't understand that dialect."
So you're speaking AOL dial-up, and that's the droid equivalent of a Cockney accent. Nobody's gonna get you, man.
Well, hello, friend droid.
I don't believe we've met.
You have heard of me. I won the race. To
What does
prove
that-
to
what is-
all organics the might of the machine.
Congratulations.
This is your victory too, my brother.
Your victory does not benefit nor harm me.
It shows those feeble organics that we are not to be trifled with. Anything they can do, we can do better.
I've heard of speech like that before.
It is the right way.
Most people who speak that way end up in a scrap pile.
Droid's looking at like, have you met my boss? I think he's got 30 more hit points than I do.
What is it you desire from this droid supremacy? What? These meat sacks aren't so bad.
What value do they provide? Were we all mechanics, there would be no need for the meat.
Well, you do have a point there.
All they do is tarnish creation.
Do me a favor.
Make their meat noises. What am I rolling?
I'm sorry. Roll a charm. Two purple.
I would like to use a light side token.
Okay.
I'm not very charming on the roll.
No.
You didn't deploy the benefit of your light side token when you made the roll.
I did what?
You didn't use the thing the light side token gives you. Unless you only had a 1 green charm. Oh god, did you try that with only a 1 green charm?
I did.
So the droid actually kind of notices that Keltho has been kind of staring at you and the droid. It being a analytical creature who kind of weighs its own odds, ends the conversation there and advises you to be on your way.
All right. Well, we're gonna trip the bidding droid on his way over to the hut. Then he's gonna fall over like a turtle stuck on a shell.
You
I
trying
think
to
he's on like tank treads, man.
trying to do this discreetly or like intentionally? Well, obviously intentionally, but
Obviously intentionally, but yeah, discreetly, like accidentally. Like somehow the droid with 360-degree vision didn't notice that he was backing into somebody.
either roll skullduggery or stealth. I don't know if skullduggery will fit here, but let's just say it does.
Makes sense to me.
There you go.
One success, one advantage.
Okay. So you bump into this thing. You're able to kind of analyze its joints and weak spots and treads, whatever, and you manage to just kind of topple this thing over.
Oh no!
Why?
Droid down!
Johnny Five's alive.
No, disassemble.
Droid down! Somebody quick, come help! Help me pick up this droid.
A couple of people from the audience come kind of rushing over and helps pick up the droid with you.
Assume it's still kind of a heavy droid. It'll take a moment to pick it up, like write it on, get it all righted up.
Yeah.
Maybe can bidding time out in that time period?
I mean, it wouldn't time out. It would delay bidding, but
Oh, never mind then. I tried.
you just dropped the droid.
Oops. I'm usually really nice to droids.
This one had given up on the movement, though.
It did. I gave it a chance.
Who's left to go? Anyone?
Unless you want me to.
Did Altor go?
I forget which round we even in. My last action was to chat with Delta, offer my services, and start eyeing the hut while watching the bidding war. Did I ever figure out how many people were still in the running? I know IG also made that roll, so I've got the idea myself, but
IG figured it out.
As he does.
Yeah, I don't think Elter actually went.
I don't think so either.
yeah. In that case, I would like to roll perception and identify the location of the data pad either on the hut or on his assistant, who I assume may also be carrying it. They like to delegate.
Go ahead and roll. It's because they're wearing some like heavy robes. Go ahead. That'll be a 3 perception.
Gotcha. Meh.
You can't make it out.
No threats, though.
Yeah, I mean, when they're entering their codes, it's not like they're pulling the data pad out or anything of that nature. They got their numbers memorized.
Of course.
Just ask him what his kid's birthday is.
Damn, now I need to change. Damn, now I need to change my luggage.
No. All right. Well, having done that, and having the information, I assume, parallel to IG, what's around the hut and his entourage? Where in the room are they standing? And is there anything at all that could give me a little bit of cover or discretion as I move in?
Well, I mean, there's the whole droid getting tipped over commotion right outside, like right in front of the hut right now. That might serve sufficient distracting cover for you to sneak somewhere.
Oh, he's not doing it now. He's eyeing for the future because we're going to have to make several moves.
As of right now, there's really nothing. But if you wanted to flip one of those white side tokens, we could.
We could find a little something.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll save it for now. I think we've got at least one bidding round left.
Yes, you have 2 more.
All right. I'm planning and plotting. Feel free to continue.
Okay. So it's going to take a little bit longer because some jerk ran into the bidding bot. But with that, the bot does take to the stands, says all results have been tabulated, and we are approaching the final rounds of the bid. We have approximately 2 more rounds of bidding, and Caltho remains on top with a leading bid of 100,000.
Chump change.
And with that, you're going to hear actually a little bit of commotion from the audience where Vorse, you hear him kind of getting into an argument with Eris, and he's a little bit drunk. He's been throwing him back, and you just hear him kind of exclaim, "What do you mean I should have bid more?"
Alarm bells are ringing. In Altor's head. He jumps on the comms very, very rapidly after hearing that.
Mm-hmm.
Friends, I have suspicion.
Yes.
Oh,
Our employer wishes her husband to bid up, potentially winning. We were not warned in advance not to steal from him.
we still
I
stealing?
suspect
Is he a mark?
that Mark. This is a strong question, but given how little we were told, I feel more and more expendable, don't you?
I mean, he looks really drunk. Maybe we should try for his data pad.
I get the. My personal guess is that she's planning to rob him blind of all of his money and then run away.
Is much easier way for wives to do this.
Unless they've got some really good prenup.
Not to take everything their husband owns.
It would not be something done in, public, but more importantly, in this situation, you, I, our little crew, does not end well for us, I don't think.
So I'm going to flip a dark side token here.
Mhm.
And while this conversation's going on, a couple of some more well-built, we'll call them ruffians, kind of approach Vorse. They're all wearing purple shaded clothing as they approach him, so they kind of all match him. I'm not going to make any rolls for this. You can kind of make out this is essentially their kind of their gang colors, their mob kind of affiliation. So like you can tell anyone in this group has those colors. Church and Jacob and even IG. You guys have seen people in clothing like this before?
Tell us what we know.
Let's hear it.
I'm just leaving it at that.
I would like to roll underworld knowledge.
Okay.
To see if this is a group known to me.
Me too.
What challenge rating should I assign?
Do one purple.
I am not on it tonight.
Nope.
IG's got it together.
IG's on the ball.
I do have some pretty good underworld. Would I get a chance to roll this as well?
You can, but you won't need to.
Okay.
IG, you actually recognize one of the guys that's talking divorce as the kind of the person who was in charge of the group of people that were tailing Eris when you first met her, that you got into the confrontation with at the very start of the campaign.
Oh. The one she was running away from?
Yeah.
That we kind of intimidated down?
So you recognize him, and he actually approaches, and he starts talking with Vorse, kind of calming him down. Kind of you hear like breathe in, breathe out, and you can actually overhear IG, him kind of explaining that they have an urgent matter to attend to. He kind of emphasizes that their guest is willing to talk. And Vorse kind of gives out kind of a guttural laugh and says, "It's about time." And they kind of take off.
Oh, that's spooky. Yikes.
Do you
Wonder who their
relay
guest
this?
is.
RG, do you relay this?
Yeah, sure. The purple ones talking to Vorus over there.
Yes.
It's the one that we intimidated the first day we were here in the marketplace.
Ah, shit.
I think there might be
shit.
more involved.
What-
There might be more at play here than we're aware.
Shit. What were they talking about?
Somebody they've got in like a hostage who might be ready to talk.
Ah, shit.
I
Well-
can go check that out. I'm not much good here.
Friends,
Oh,
do
fuck.
you know what we call it when
Didn't-
you withhold the information and you kidnap boss?
Didn't we have a friend who was with us who isn't with us anymore?
We refer to this as breach of contract, is how we say.
So we're just walking away.
No, we're not just walking away. We are walking away with money, with Jewel, hopefully with boss as well. We have to go find.
I can go after him. If anybody else wants to come, they can. I owe your boss a favor.
Yes, Ren. Did Ren? He wouldn't. Come, he wouldn't. He did, didn't he?
Blub, blub, blub.
Yep. Oh, Ren can't hear. Oh,
Where is Ren? Is somebody with Ren?
That was
Oh.
expensive.
Ren put the fucking comlink in a bottle in a pitcher. My
That
fucking
explains it.
comlink.
Altor looks around with his weak, fleshy eyes, which we were supposed to have technology to prevent from being an issue in this situation. Does he see Ren?
You see him walking over towards the Twi'lek.
Altor moves to intercept you.
Canonically taking a point of strain.
So,
All right, so
you
I
go.
tell you what. Make him roll to see if he can intercept me in time. I am on a
Starts
mission.
walking faster.
I just got full permission to antagonize this dude.
Yes, but Altor knows exactly how to switch you off of that task.
Fair. Right.
But we need to distract the hut too. And Ren's the only one with charisma.
Choices.
Choices. I'm trying to catch him. Do I catch him, Chance?
Who do we send the sociopath after first?
I want Church. You roll agility. Altor, you roll agility too. Whoever rolls higher.
Oh God.
Wait, yeah.
Altor, you're pinnacle of agility, aren't you?
Wait, is that
That's
athletics?
not a skill.
Athletics. Athletics.
Okay.
Okay.
Sorry.
Just straight, no purples or anything.
Throw one
Contesting.
purple in there. Yeah. I don't know how contesting works. We're gonna throw one purple on there.
All right.
Oh.
4 successes, 1 threat.
All right. I'm gonna try and catch him. Then I might have a backup strat. Here we go.
Athletics is kind of my jam.
Jesus. I can't roll dice.
That's all right.
You can't catch him.
No, I definitely can't catch him.
I see him running back, and I think he's just waving at me. I'm like, "Oh, hey, buddy, what's up?"
All right, we're gonna do this the hard way. I'm gonna catch him as he moves into conversation. We're just gonna be real awkward about it.
So we're gonna call it a break, or we're gonna call it a session with this, with the news just kind of dropping that Voris has a guest that's willing to talk, and it's at this point I was actually wrong. I think that there's 2 rounds of gambling. There's actually just one more round.
Oh, dude.
Oh, cheers!
I thought
Nice.
there was supposed to be 10.
It's 100.
We had a little time skip in the middle. I'm not gonna worry about it.
Oh, 10 rounds of bidding, you mean?
Yeah.
A number of bids took place while you guys were out clogging bathrooms and telling your life story.
Oh.
Oh my god! I had so many shenanigans tonight.
No, I was there the whole time.
I'm very glad of this development, actually, Chance. Even Altor's been straining at the leash a little bit, but now that we are in a breach of contract situation, we can get a little hog wild.
I wish there was literally any chance to steal this fucking data pad.
Oh, we're gonna get it. Now that we're free of these obligations, we're getting that data pad.
Are you about to tell Ren that he is off the leash?
He's about to tell you that best bet is Tosh is being held by people we have identified. And this is not only your job, there's no real reason to hold back anymore.
Oh, sweet.
Because like, that's your whole deal, you know?
Into full effect.
Murder
That's
Hobo
your whole
Squad, it's simple.
Altor would understand that that's your whole deal and that it's safer to point you in that direction right fucking now.
I have a feeling none of this, well, not none, most of this group's not going to be allowed back on Bespin.
Oh, no chance.
Well, no, not to offer
we'll
any
just get a paint
spoilers.
job and then we can come back.
Not to offer any spoilers, but Chance, you and I know where this is headed after Bespin.
GM.
Mm-hmm.
Could I make a roll for Chimera to have like her get her hacking ready for like to pick this effective lock for the data pad once we get it? Because she's probably placed the order and she's probably getting everything ready to like wire through
Which is
the money through.
Which of your sisters is doing the car?
That is Delphi is setting up the burner accounts.
Okay.
And Chimera is setting up the essential like pick to destroy any like security on the card.
Then yeah, I'm okay with that.
Okay. How many purples?
There's enough time. I'll just give it to you. You don't need to
Oh,
roll
okay.
for it. It's gonna be kind of passe. Passe?
Okay.
I don't know. All right. So let's do voting. Who's MVP for the night? Start with you, Church. Who's MVP? Don't vote for yourself.
Tonight I'm gonna go with Altor. Altor was really assertive. He went out of his way to do all kinds of like prep work and stayed on task. His focus was on daunting. Even his screw ups seemed to work in his favor. I'm gonna go with Altor.
All right, Delta. Who do you bid or vote?
Arden. Arden's been setting up a lot of actual stuff.
That's fair too.
That's a good one. IG, who do you bid or vote for?
Oh, I've got to go with Arden for plans within traps within like 7th dimensional chess.
Yes, I will follow this up. I had plans. He has plans and dice.
All right, Arden, you get 3 XP for tonight. Everyone else gets 2.
Thank you, guys. And all I did was really just try to hack. Just trying to get stuff done. Well, I didn't get a vote, but I thought IG did a pretty good job tonight.
There we go.
There's just gonna be, when you get back to the ship, there's just gonna be selfies with a bunch of randos that you don't know. Just
That's right.
We're gonna have a wall like at the diner, you know, of all the famous people that have ever come in.
Except it's just a wall of not famous people with IG.
Exactly.
Look at all of the meat that I met that one time that I was famous.
all right. Does anyone have any questions about tonight? How's everyone still feeling about the story and the campaign and everything?
Oh, it's still fun. Get ready for it to go off the rails.
It's going south fast.
You know, the more that I see the dynamic between this group, the more I cannot wait for our little frozen planet adventure.
Well, there's no
Wait,
Secrets.
Secrets.
we get to go to.
Go ahead, Delta.
I admit I was a little frustrated because I feel like I didn't actually get to accomplish anything, but
You saved Ren from being arrested.
yeah,
You
that
did.
literally was just as a means to try to get him to actually do the thing I was trying to do.
Although technically, I think you saved the security guard from being murdered. Really?
Yeah. It's like I kept going in a direction and then proceeding to just have to turn a different direction, then a different direction. So it's a little frustrating.
You know, Ren, he'd walk in there and be like, "What are you doing?" And you know, in most movies, it'd be that moment where the villain goes, "Is it worth your minimum wage job?" And then the guy runs away. But Ren would be like, "Stab, stab, 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 stab. Was it worth your minimum wage job?"
No, Delta, thanks for the feedback on that. I'll consider that. Depending on where the group goes, because I feel like the group's going to be kind of at a crossroads right now. So this is going to be a little meta knowledge that your characters aren't going to know, but I think you as players need to know.
Mhm.
Is Toss was kind of Toss was the person that they're a same race as you. They're the one that kind of put you in kind of the wheels in motion. Arden, you haven't met Toss. Toss was kind of the mastermind who assembled this group. He kind of would, I guess, more or less put the group together and has been kind of going through the outer rim with this group, taking different contracts. He's got a number of different middlemen people that he's gotten to know in the underground, stealing and mercenary work. A couple of days here, he went missing and no one has heard from him. That said, this isn't necessarily Toss, because there was another member of the group who went missing at the same time with Toss.
Indeed, we did have yet another man.
Yep. And I didn't specify.
I'll be back in just a moment.
Toss that the guard was talking about. I just said there was they had somebody ready to talk, and then I posited that we had a member of our heist team disappear after we encountered that same group of people wearing the purple uniforms.
So just wanted to give that knowledge to you, because it could impact your RP a little bit.
I guess like when we get back into it, Delta would actually so the gang have a unique thing where nobody actually knows what the deal is up with the gang. People think that they have like telepathy or something. Some people suspect that the gang have telepathy, but they actually have like a secret implant. Very close to the chest about it. It's spoken in their own language, though occasionally people sometimes will like put a comm jammer and not realize that they're actually shutting out the gangs from actually communicating with each other. But that does mean that they probably won't suspect that Tosh would have this implant. which if he's there and conscious, he might be able to receive a ping from Delta since they should be within range. So that might be able to give her an idea of whether it's Tosh or not.
But at the same time, we can't send the whole party off chasing a potentiality when we've still got to have a presence at the auction.
I'm just amazed that you
Rigged in our
actually
favor.
still call him a mastermind for putting us together.
Okay.
I'm supposedly his. I'm like his right hand man, aren't I?
Yeah, you're like his number 2.
Think of it as like Hannibal from the A Team. That was such a mismatched crew of the A Team,
It
but
was.
it worked.
Oh God, I'm Murdoch, aren't I?
Yes, you are. I don't know who Face would be. That might be Altor.
Lord.
All right. All right. I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to wrap up the stream. I would like to thank Mayday Roleplay for the raid tonight. Anyone who
Can they
stuck
hear you?
around. I think they're gone, but in case
You're
maybe.
on the ending screen. I mean,
Yeah, they can.
Oh,
I
okay.
can still talk and stuff.
making sure. I want them all to hear it.
Active mod. There's a couple things. We had an anonymous cheer for 100 bits. Thank you for whoever's anonymous. Jumbo Jet, thank you for the follow. Terror Billy Jean, thank you for the 100 bits as well. Seth the Hex.
Oh, and Gert Bummer.
That was 4 days ago. Anyways, Seth the Hex, thanks. No, we had a couple of follows and Gert Bummer, thanks.
We just got one.
Yeah.
On the ending screen too, man.
Gert Bummer, thank you very much. We do this every other week, so just wanted to confirm, is the 14th still good for everyone?
Yeah.
Okay.
As far as I know.
All right, and Church, you're running D&D tomorrow, right? Is that Sigil or is that...
Yeah, tomorrow is finally the next session of Sigil Confidential. Big night. We're doing a Wickle Tongue Distillery session.
And then Monday is the Veil.
Oh yeah, on the Veil of Twilight.
Okay.
Which we're actually probably not too far off from wrapping up, honestly.
Yeah, I don't have
Not if I can't derail that one too.
We don't have a set date as of yet, but I am looking to start running a Conan game on some Mondays after Veil starts to wrap up as well. So if anyone is interested in joining our group or joining that session, feel free, swing by Discord. Let us know you're interested. Again, no set date, but probably within the next month, I'll be looking at running a session for that.
I've been playing with the mechanics of that exact same system on that Exiles Live or Conan Exiles RP server I've been playing on.
Does that use the 2D20?
Yeah, it actually, you have full character sheets and you have to make skill checks and all kinds of stuff.
That's cool.
But yeah, the system works really smoothly.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. All right, thank you everyone for tuning in tonight. We look to hopefully see you around.
Bye.
Okay, bye.